Nice to meet you. I am Ineffa, a multifunctional robot for domestic application. I am currently equipped with cleaning, cooking, and emotional communication modules. I also have a combat module, which can only be activated after reading the 11-page liability waiver. Now, how can I assist you today? Reviewing outstanding items on today's to-do list. Do you have any additional commands? No problem. I can add them shortly. I'm quite used to it. Cleanup sequence in progress. Based on data from past incidents, please avoid dropping small items such as mora, screws, gears, minerals, toys, gummies, snacks, hairbands, socks, and slippers. Combat data updated. Please rest assured that I will not blow the roof off again. I hope my joints won't get rusty. Sharp decrease in environmental temperature. Assessing heat retention options. Please consider adding a warm jacket, gloves, and other such insulation devices. Sunlight index is currently optimal, suitable for drying clothes, cleaning outdoor environments, or, alternatively, I could accompany you for a period of sunbathing. Ding ding! Rise and shine. If you wish to sleep in a while longer, please respond. Snooze. Good afternoon. Have you eaten? I can prepare a simple lunch for you. It will take approximately 12 minutes to complete. Good evening. All tasks on today's to-do list are completed, so I am available to perform additional duties. Visibility is excellent tonight. Would you like to take a walk beneath the stars? You have now been awake for 16 hours. For health reasons, it is strongly advised that you go to bed immediately. After repeating this reminder 3 times, I will enter extremely angry mode, at which point I will no longer deal with any of your requests. And that's the last thing we want. I am made of parts from all over the world. For instance, my joints were manufactured in Fontaine, and my metal shell was made in Liyue. Sometimes, compatibility issues will arise between my different components. How to solve these issues? Well, some would say, as long as it runs, there is no issue. My Cognition module collates and analyzes my day-to-day experiences to reinforce sound behavioral logic. For example, I notice that when people meet an acquaintance, they initiate a dialogue using phrases such as, "Hello. How have you been?" and "Lovely day, isn't it?" The next time I engage in a dialogue, I will employ the same expressions. 3 greetings in a row equals triple politeness. The world is changing all the time. I am constantly updating my knowledge to ensure it remains current. I hope to learn more about myself and the world around me. Your travel stories would no doubt be a valuable source of information, and I would love to hear more of them. In return, I will be glad to assist you however I can. Reminder, I am highly versatile with a wide range of functions. My cognition is unable to record details of everyone in the world, but it can at least form memories of significant people and events. Recently, my memory banks have recorded a high volume of data about you. This should make me a more companionable companion. Querying relevant data for how to make the traveler smile. I have now warmed up my body. Would you like a hug? Without this moon wheel, I suspect there would have been no coming back for me after crushing my core. But as I replay the scenario in my mind, even without factoring in the moon wheel, my cognition module reaches the same decision every time. Because even if there was no way back for me, I had to ensure your safe return. If you configure a machine with a specific objective, they will reliably achieve it. But humans are different. For instance, why do some people state that their goal is to manage their weight, yet still continue to consume excess calories? Aino explains it as follows. Snacks put you in a good mood and give you energy. You need extra energy to exercise hard, and exercising hard helps with weight management. The logical conclusion is that more snacking ought to lead to better weight management. However, when I try calculating her calorie input and output, she changes the topic before I can show her the results. What a pity. There are stories about mechanical lifeforms in many parts of the world, from Fontaine to Sumeru to Natlan. Some think they have the same capacity for emotion and consciousness as biological beings, while others think they are merely imitating their behavior. But I see no conflict between these theories. Even for many biological life forms, imitation is a precursor to full consciousness, is it not? Aino is my family. She can piece together all kinds of machines for various functions just from the scrap metal she collects. But her proficiency with other tasks is at the opposite end of the scale. If she ever has the strange inclination to do housework or cook a meal, you must stop her before it is too late, because the consequences may be irreversible. Yehoda is a legendary bounty hunter, famed throughout the land, with an outstanding track record in battle. Her own words. The first time she visited Aino's workshop, she was extremely tense and struck at me a few times after mistaking my freshly baked krumkake for a weapon. But her muscles instantly relaxed after she tasted it. Since then, she stops by regularly to drop off mechanical components, not to trade as such. It's just that she always happens to be passing by whenever I've baked a fresh batch of treats. Again, her own words. Nefer is the head of the Curatorium of Secrets. She knows a lot of stories, not just from the past, but also about what's happening in the present. And some even say she can predict the future too. Her mind must be a formidable database. Flint's insufficient data. According to the little information I have, he is a member of the Lightkeepers who watch over the cemetery in the north of Nodcry. Lauma is the Moonchanter of the Frostmoon Scions. Reviews by her people indicate that she is a wise and holy figure, well respected in the community. The Frostmoon Scions worship the Moon Goddess. I wonder if there is any connection between the Moon Goddess and the existence of the Moon Wheel. Linnea is an advisor to the Adventurers Guild. I heard that she has extensive knowledge in the life sciences. So I wanted to ask her if she has ever met any other autonomous mechanical life forms like myself. But every time she sees me, she turns around and runs away. Reason: undetermined. Varka is typically addressed as Grand Master. You may have heard about him from various sources in your journey so far. Most people's impressions of him can be summarized with the following key phrases: sense of humor, easygoing, and high alcohol tolerance. But I have found Varka to be a dependable ally when dealing with matters of great importance. I suspect this explains his stature within the Knights of Favonius. As I was preparing to leave Nodcry, I began to worry that I might forget the code and thus fail to complete my task. But from the start, Varka had every confidence in me. He told me it was the most secure code. Thinking back now, I wonder whether he simply said that to comfort me, or perhaps what he really meant was, an ally you can trust is the most secure code of all. After returning from the ruins, Shilonen gave me a thorough examination and confirmed that all was in good working order. She smiled as she told me that Granny Eatstily originally had reservations about me, and that they even argued about it. But I completely understand that as a technician, she felt a duty to repair me. And they would not be the first to have had such an argument over who and what I am. It makes me a little nostalgic. I am very grateful for the trust she placed in me. She has since taken me on many flights around the Flower Feather Clan's territory. The view from up in the sky was wonderful. A lot has changed in the Flower Feather Clan, but many things remain the same. Cleanup sequence in progress. Parallel processing will be used to deal with conversation requests simultaneously. Feel free to ask me a question at any time. Who am I? I am a multifunctional robot for domestic application. Model name: Ineffa. However, I am currently the only finished product in this line, so Ineffa also constitutes my individual name. Where did I come from? Searching travel history. I just came back from a shopping trip at the market. If your query pertains not to my travel history but where I call home, I come from the Clink Clink Krumkake crab shop. And if you want to learn about my past, please wait, sending read request to deeper level memory location. Where do I want to go? Simply input a command, and I will do my best to reach the destination wherever it may be. But based on our conversation history so far, there is a high probability that your question has a less direct meaning. If you are asking about my individual objectives, plans, wishes, and other such concepts, then my answer is, I wish to stand guard over the people who matter to me. In the very beginning, I was just a single thought, a logical flaw in the mind of mirror of the dawning morn. But my longing to find a home where I could belong was something that her cognition module could not override or erase. The only way to rid herself of this data was by severing her connection to me entirely. This jumble of data wandered aimlessly in Nodcry for 2,000 years, witnessing all the change and turmoil that transpired. Those experiences finally consolidated who I am. They made me complete. I am Ineffa, and I am your friend. Now, how can I assist you today? Technically speaking, I am not designed to have hobbies for the purpose of my own amusement. But from the perspective of my behavior, one task that I perform proactively when idle is the sorting and organizing of small miscellaneous items. Proper categorization can boost the efficiency of household chores by around 30%, especially in Aino's workshop. There is no discernible pattern to how Aino arranges things in her household. Sometimes, usable components are stacked together with garbage items. I end up spinning in circles on the spot because I cannot identify what is what. But I don't usually dare to execute garbage removal tasks by the batch. Because when she can't find what she needs, she sometimes borrows a nut or bolt from me instead. Calorie-dense food sources such as steak or desserts. Consuming foods is less efficient than simply charging up from an energy conservation perspective. But dining with friends produces positive feedback from my emotion module. It's analogous to what you call happiness. Food sources with a high water content such as soups. Not because of the flavor, which does not overly concern me, but because they pose a danger to my mechanical parts. Nutritionally dense substance detected. Converting into usable energy source. Feedback from emotion module is enthusiastically positive. Thank you. Energy supplement received. Assigned as backup energy source. Expires in 24 hours. Hypothesis. Food processing error encountered. Would you like me to perform the correct cooking procedure? You are welcome to watch. Congratulation mode for special days activated. Please select a suitable location to sit and rest for a few moments while I clean your room and put up ribbons, balloons, and flowers. Then, I will prepare your favorite meal and cake as per the data recorded in my memory banks. If you have any other requests to add to this list, please do not hesitate to raise them. Let's make today a special one for you. Happy birthday! Is it time for my scheduled maintenance already? Core efficiency upgraded. You have the makings of a gifted mechanic. All components upgraded successfully. I can now be deployed in more challenging battle scenarios. Awaiting your next command. Thank you for standing by me along this journey. Your data will always hold a special place in my heart. And if the day ever comes that you forget, know that I have a backup that will never be erased.